殺すなら一思いにやったらどう？
殺す？お前は生き続けるんだ。この暗闇の中で絶望と苦痛に苛まれながら永遠に。じきに彼は運命を受け入れるわ。今度こそお前の好きにはさせない。
Welcome back to the Ultra Reviewer, where we discuss all things Ultraman. If you haven't already, do check out my character study video on Haruno Musashi, the human host of Ultraman Cosmos. I'll place a link under the description. In our previous video, we discussed the uniqueness of Camilla's character and other miscellaneous positives of this film. Today, I will share what I believe was some of the things that could have been improved on this already amazing movie. So what are we waiting for? Let's dive right in.
僕はどうすればいい？
大悟、あなたは光であり人である。答えは自分自身で出さなければならない。
My first comment on this whole movie is that the plot of the movie could have dived deeper into what the original Tiga was really like. While we got a brief glimpse into Tiga's past, we did not get to see the entirety of who he really was. While it makes sense that he probably looked like Daigo, Yuzari said that he wasn't human, but a being of light, whereas Daigo was both human and light. In the first episode of the series, Yuzari also mentions that after all of Tiga's battles on Earth 30 million years ago, he departed back to the nebula where he originally came from. This begs the question, how did Daigo inherit the DNA of this being of light if it wasn't human? All of this remains unanswered until today, and the movie missed out on a big opportunity to explain this to us. On a side note, I theorized that Daigo is a descendant of Yuzari, since the original Tiga fell in love with her back then, and it's possible that those genes passed down all the way to Daigo. This would explain how Yuzari managed to allow only Daigo to listen to the hologram in episode 2, since the two of them might actually share the same DNA. The only caveat to this theory is that Captain Iruma is a confirmed descendant of Yuzari, as mentioned by Camilla, and that should have allowed her to listen to the hologram as well. However, there are many ways around it, as the 30 million year old civilization had technology so advanced that they could have found a way to ensure no other descendants of Yuzari could listen to it. Also, Yuzari could have ensured that only the descendant of the original Tiga could listen to it, which would be the more logical and easier explanation to it. The movie could have been more enjoyable by adding more flashback scenes of the civilization that existed 30 million years ago. Most of the plot was inspired by the incidents that happened in the past, which were described by Yuzari and Camilla throughout the movie. With the many incidents that occurred, it would have been easier to relate to these historical events by just placing some flashbacks so that we wouldn't need to imagine them and possibly misunderstand the explanations, and overall would have made the film much more entertaining, as the series did not provide us with flashbacks either. This movie remains to be one of the best Ultraman films of all time, in my opinion. The creators dared to be different, giving us more insight into the overall character arc of Ultraman Tiga. The film stands out because of its focus, as it centers around an origin story, unlike others that would normally be a team-up of multiple Ultraman. I would highly recommend watching this movie if you are an Ultraman Tiga fan, or an Ultraman fan in general. Also, if you are an adult who would appreciate a movie made for kids with adult-like elements, then this film can be enjoyable as well. Well, that's it for this review, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my intensive and thorough breakdown of this film. If you have any feedback or requests, do place them down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the very near future.